UTRGV men's basketball welcomes back a former star and current professional player. The UTRGV volleyball and women's soccer teams bring the fight against breast cancer to the court and the pitch. And the UTRGV baseball team takes the field in front of a host of Major League Scouts. All that and more coming up inside this edition of V Nation.
That's V for Valley,
V for Victory,
and V for Vaqueros.
This is V Nation. Hey everyone, and welcome to V Nation. I'm Jonah Goldberg. The countdown to tip off on college basketball season stands at just 23 days, which means it's time for Western Athletic Conference preseason polls and honors, which were announced in conjunction with Media Day in Las Vegas. We start with the men, with UTRGV picked to finish 7th in both polls as voted on by the coaches and the media.
Well, you know, it's kind of what you'd expect off of what we've done the last couple of years and where we've been, but it doesn't in any way define where you're going to be at the end of the year. This is a preseason poll. It's great, you know, but what are you going to do during a year that defines who you are and what you are? We're excited about this year. I like this team.
Coach Hipsher, not the only coach that thinks good things are in store for UTRGV. Just ask Marvin Menzies, the head coach of defending WAC champion New Mexico State.
I think they're going to be good because they got a great coach. I think Dan does a fantastic job and is always going to get the most out of his talent. And I know he's brought in a lot of new talent. I think the fans down there, you know, have a lot to look forward to.
A lot of teams with student athletes earning preseason honors, which I think speaks to the depth the WAC will bring this year. UTRGV had one honoree on both the coaches and media second teams in senior forward Shaq Hines.
Well, Hines has always been a consistent. He shoots a good field goal percentage. He rebounds the ball. He defends. He's long. He's just a good kid, good person, does a little bit of everything.
Switching gears to women's basketball, a little disagreement in the polls over where UTRGV will finish, with the media saying 3rd and the coaches saying 4th.
Well, I tell you, that's probably a good place to put us. We could slide from 2 to 8. I mean, with as balanced as the conference is, I just think that we're going to have to be on our best. We're going to have to bring our A game every day to be in that top 3 because it's really a balanced conference.
Last season, Missouri-Kansas City was one of the more challenging opponents on the schedule, including a double overtime thriller and a WAC tournament clash. And their coach, Marcia Fries, expects UTRGV to be right at the top again.
I think they're going to be a different team, but I think they've definitely established themselves as one of the premier teams in this league. Obviously graduated some really strong pieces, but you could even see last year some of the change in style that was coming down the pipe. And obviously, anytime you have a player like Shantae Goff, you're going to be in good shape to compete.
Goff, one of the best to ever put on the uniform at this institution. And now the junior guard has some more hardware, earning preseason first-team All-WAC honors from both the coaches and the media.
Well, very deserving. And I think they're going to see even a better Shantae Goff this year because I'm going to put the ball in her hands at the point guard, and she's going to let some things go, and she's going to let some basketballs fly, and we're going to let her penetrate and kick and dish and see how she can step up and handle this team.
One of the best point guards to ever don a uniform at one of UTRGV's legacy institutions, the University of Texas Pan American, is Paul Stoll, who played here from 2006 through 08. Stoll was among the national leaders in assists and a walking double-double as a senior, despite playing most of that season on a broken foot. In fact, the day after Stoll broke his foot, he dropped 19 points and 11 assists. We caught up with Stoll in his return to campus last week to see what he's been up to over the last 7 years.
I played my first 3 years professionally in Mexico, and the last six and a half years I played on the Mexican national team. So, I've played in the Pan American Games, the FIBA championships we won. We took silver in the Pan American Games 2011, in Caracas 2013 we won the FIBAs. 2014 we went to the World Cup in Spain, made the top 16 in the world. We lost to USA. actually, ironically. And this past year, we took fourth. We were 7-1 in pool play in the pre-Olympic tournament, and then we lost in the semis to Argentina. So we were like 2 minutes from the Olympics. So that was tough. Played 3 years in Venezuela, but it's like a spring-summer league. So then in the fall, I played in Israel. In Israel, we won the championship. We beat Maccabi Tel Aviv. Played for Maccabi Haifa. And then I played in Turkey also after that.
Stoll certainly filled up his passport over the last 7 years and had some amazing experiences. But after all this time, there's one thing that hasn't changed: Stoll's desire to reach the NBA.
For me, in my heart, yeah, it is. But we just got to see what happens. But yeah, I'll never. I mean, until I'm done playing, I'm gonna try to do everything I can to get there.
In the meantime, though, Stoll is just happy to be able to come back to campus to work out.
I just got back from the pre-Olympics, so right now I'm just shooting, working out, staying in shape. I mean, I could go somewhere in a couple days or a couple weeks, so just waiting for my agent, and when he calls me, he gets something going, then we get on a plane and go play. Just got to be ready.
While Stoll was on campus, he had a chance to speak with some members of the UTRGV men's basketball team. As for what he told them,
just keep working and then just get that door, you know, and just kind of like when I came to UTPA. My dream was to play Division I, and Coach Schubert gave me an opportunity to come here and play, and he opened the door just a little crack, so then I was like, I got to go kick it down. So just the same thing, you know, I try to do the same thing professionally, just be ready to play. You never know, somebody gets hurt, somebody calls you, you never know what can happen, and if they open that door a little bit, I'm gonna go in there and try to bust it down. So that's the plan. Just keep working.
UTRGV women's basketball is always looking for innovative ways to prepare its student athletes for excellence in life. One of their techniques? Fundraising. That's not the innovative part. What they're doing to fundraise, however, will catch your attention. Michael Aguilar has more.
We're just trying to promote our program and raise some money, get our brand out there, with the name change and everything, so people know who we are, and then at the same time, just try and put some money back for our team.
Shooting for success, basically, Coach Tidwell did it 2 years ago, and he shot all the free throws, but this year we split it up with our 4 members of the staff, and we shot 25 apiece. And basically the money that we raise from this helps us to put our girls through summer school. It's fully funded, helps us to guarantee that they can have nice gear, and allows us to be out in the community a little more, because we do have to get rides and so forth, be able to pay for meals in the community, that sort of thing. We're also looking to take a tour in Iceland next year with our team, so this will help us raise funds to hopefully make that happen. I shot 23 for 25, and I'm really disappointed that I tied with Coach Tidwell. I really wanted to beat him. I think my performance could have been a little better.
For me, I feel pretty good with my performance. I was 21 out of 25, which unfortunately finished me in 4th place among the staff. But it was a lot of fun. We had a lot of fun out here, getting some shots up, and I think I shot more today than I have in about the last 5 years combined, so I'm a little rusty.
In 2013 alone, about 40,000 people died due to breast cancer. Last week, UTRGV Athletics teamed up with the Renaissance Cancer Foundation to do something about it. Next inside V Nation, it's Vaqueros for the cure.
We strive to achieve excellence through determination and hard work.
We are committed to learning from those around us.
Our professors and peers,
Our coaches and teammates,
and our opponents.
We compete with integrity and passion.
And we seize our moment when the opportunity arises.
We take pride in our communities
and believe that we can inspire others,
just as they have inspired us.
We may wear different colors, but we share the same purpose.
We learn, we compete, we inspire.
We are
the Western Athletic Conference.
About 3 million Americans currently live with breast cancer, with 235,000 new cases getting diagnosed every year. Nobody likes the C word, including the University of Texas Rio Grande Valley volleyball and women's soccer teams. Michael Aguilar has the story.
The UTRGV Athletic Department showed support for the October Breast Cancer Awareness Month at the volleyball and soccer match October 15th and the 16th. Collaborating with the Renaissance Cancer Foundation, the health patients provide funding for chemotherapy, medication, surgery, house and utility bills, and much more.
One thing about the Cancer Foundation, we are a nonprofit, so we rely on the community, on organizations like UTRGV to help us raise the funds to be able to help cancer patients going through this hard time. So UTRGV, for this event, we're selling shirts, and proceeds will be going to the foundation. The good thing about our foundation is everything raised here stays here in the Valley. So it's to help just the Valley patients and the whole RGV.
Selling shirts at the door with the words Vaqueros for the cure, with the proceeds of the sale going to the foundation. Vaquero fans showed their support in many different ways, cheering together for the cause. People were also given buttons with the phrase, "I wear pink in honor of," to show support of those near to them that have fought or is fighting cancer.
I think that's a perfect way. We were actually thinking of that slogan ourselves because everyone knows someone, unfortunately, that is fighting through cancer, either an aunt, a cousin, a relative, even a friend. So knowing that you're part of that support system, that's the main priority. And I think cancer patients need that the most. They need that support from family, friends, from the community. We see cancer patients all the time, and just knowing that they're not alone, that there's people behind them. Our cancer patients love this month because they feel like everyone is joining in this fight against cancer.
For V Nation, I'm Michael Aguilar.
UTRGV Volleyball hosting Vaqueros for the Cure in front of a record crowd of 1341, and they were treated to quite a third set. Vaqueros down 3-11 in the set and 0-2 in the match to Seattle, but Bojana Mitrovic undeterred. Later on, it's a 1-point set when Megan Dempsey serves up an ace. Seattle pushed its lead back out to 4, but the Vaqueros rallied back again on the power of Alicia Watson, had 3 kills and an ace down the stretch while finishing with 8 kills, but the Vaqueros fall 1-3. Next up, Utah Valley. Haley Durham entered the match tied for the program block assist record, and on the third serve of the match, there it is! Block assist, Haley Durham. She is now the program's all-time leader in block assists with 251.
It means a lot to break a record for a school, to hold that with you, but to break those records, I needed my teammates and that for us together to make one. That feels great.
But if you think breaking that record was enough for Durham, then you don't know Haley. The senior came up with 6 blocks to move from 4th into 2nd in program history in career blocks, now just 10 off the record. Back to the match. Every set was tight, including the third set, where Megan Dempsey helps the Vaqueros build a 7-3 lead. And then, a little later on, it's Bojana Mitrovic. Ace! 17-10 Vaqueros. They take the set 25-22 before dropping the match 1-3.
We had fun. We talked about that after the Seattle match, that we needed to get back and enjoying this game that we play and we worked so hard for. I thought the girls played really well. Our offense was a little stagnant in set 1 and 2. I felt like had we been a little bit more efficient offensively, maybe the match swings a different way. But I'm proud the girls stuck in it and we gave ourselves an opportunity to win every set.
Back to Vaqueros for the Cure. UTRGV women's soccer hosting Missouri, Kansas City, and Maria Erickson was fantastic in the net. The junior made 8 saves, including several of the highlight reel variety, which is why you're seeing them on this highlight reel. But a late goal sends UTRGV to a 1-0 loss. Things a bit different on Sunday though, with UTRGV taking on Chicago State. Andrea Barrera doing some serious work, gets past her defender, draws the keeper out, and Allison Smith does the rest. Smith's first goal of the season, it's 1-0 10 minutes in. Zip ahead to the 83rd minute. Daniela Cantu keeps it in, and Marcela Ramirez with the finish. First career goal for Ramirez. The Vaqueros win 2-0. UTRGV men's soccer opened up a 3-match road trip with a tough 1-0 loss at Air Force. The game winner came with just over 2 minutes remaining. Heck of a match for Leo Castillo, who had a career-high tying 9 saves for the Vaqueros. A little more in terms of fireworks Sunday at Missouri-Kansas City. 7 minutes in, Juanito Garcia feeds Frederick Frankman for the one-timer. Got it! Frankman's first career goal, it's 1-0 Vaqueros. Move ahead to the 70th minute. Vaqueros down 2-1, but Garcia having none of that. Scores off a feed from Isidro Martinez, career-high 3 points for Garcia, but the Kangaroos score with 13 seconds left to beat the Vaqueros 3-2. Want to get rewarded just for tweeting, Facebooking, and Instagramming about UTRGV athletics? Maybe get bonus points for checking in at home events? Now you can. Download the VFan Rewards app on your smartphone today. It's a free download, and you can earn points to win prizes such as backpacks, hats, shirts, water bottles, and more. Need more information? Then log on to vfanrewards.com. If you play baseball at UTRGV, you're going to have the opportunity to play in front of scouts. But you don't even have to wait until the games begin in the spring. That first opportunity actually comes in mid-October. Coming up inside V Nation, we take you out to Scout Day. The UTRGV baseball team opens its season in mid-February. Despite that, they just had one of their most important days of the season. Romeo Villarreal takes us to Scout Day.
Gonna run first, hydrate. Hydrate, wanna take a couple sprints, do so. It's Scout Day today, Romeo, so they just finished stretching. First thing they're gonna do is they're gonna get timed by the scouts in the 60 yards.
Ready? Go.
Well, we're looking for guys that can run under 7 seconds for sure. 6'8" is what we would consider average big league runner. So if guys can run, under 7, preferably, 6'8", and anybody below running a 6'8", 60 certainly gets our attention. It's a guy that can run, and it's somebody that we want to watch play, defense and maybe run some bases, because that running 6'8" and 60 gives him an opportunity to be an impact guy on the bases, an impact guy defensively.
We're looking for guys that throw, outfielders that throw. We're looking for guys that have quick, short crow hops with good arm length in the back, with carry on the ball, with accuracy to the base they're throwing to. For infielders, we're looking for guys that have soft hands, that have short, quick, compact throwing actions that allow the ball to carry through the bag without tail or rise to the ball.
You're gonna stay. After you finish your second round of 10, go run first base. Situation, run it first. 1 out.
When I watch guys hit, a few things I like to see with them is the fluidity and the easiness at which they do it. Does their body kinetically move in the proper order from the ground up? Do they impact the ball with authority, and do they center every ball that they hit? Versus how many balls they're hitting in the top of the cage, or how many balls they're topping or rolling over. Do they center and hit the ball with authority out to the field? Every ball they hit. And then do they have bat control? Are they barrel control? Are they have ability to take the outside pitch and hit the right, the inside pitch and hit the left for a right-handed hitter, and vice versa for the left-handed hitter?
Yes.
I felt like I swung deep, good pitches, and just like anything, just keep getting better every day till February 13th.
Last down, first base. Gonna go from the set, the pitcher's right. We're gonna go live. The ball's put in play. We're gonna go live.
We like guys that can bring it up there pretty quick. You got the ball 88, 89, 90 miles an hour. Anything above that, obviously gets our attention. But it's not all about velocity. Velocity is terrific, but you have to be able to throw strikes more than anything else. We like guys that can locate their fastball to both sides of the plate. We like guys that have a secondary and a third pitch, the ability to spin a baseball. We like pitchers to compete. we'd love for them to have a pitch that can get them out of trouble. You know, a big fastball, a breaking ball that really, you know, snaps off as it approaches a plate, something that hitters swing and miss at. You know, we love those things, and we love competitors. So, you know, those are some of the things we look for in pitchers. You know, I took a guy last year out of here named Alex Henson, big body left-hander, the kind of guy you like to see on the mound, 6'3", 220, 225 pounds, left-handed. That helped. He didn't throw hard per se. You know, he was 87, 89, 90 miles an hour. But for left-handers, that's okay. He threw strikes. Talked to the coaches, and they said he was a real hard worker. We love guys that work hard and come out here and get after it. He showed a good changeup and a good breaking ball. And like I said, he filled up the strike zone. So he had the size. He had some arm strength, about average arm strength. But he had 3 pitches that he threw. He threw them all for strikes. He was a hard worker, great teammate, and a real competitor. So you put all those together, and he's a guy that I felt and we felt deserved an opportunity to pitch. In professional baseball, he went out his first year and did terrific. So those are some of the things we look for in pitchers.
This Saturday morning at 9 a.m., okay? 9 a.m. this Saturday morning. Tomorrow will be regular practice. Went pretty well. A couple guys showed some that they had some, I think, some skills to play at the next level, and they showed it today. So overall, it was a good day, not only for those couple guys, but for everybody that got a chance to showcase their skills in front of the professional scouts. RGV, 1, 2, 3. RGV!
Huge weekend for UTRGV men's tennis as they went up to Lamar and took home a pair of doubles championships at the Ron Westbrooks Invitational. Soria and Johnstone won Flight 1, while Ammon and Kaufman took Flight 2. UTRGV women's tennis also with a top-notch showing over the weekend, taking 2 of the top 3 spots at Texas State Play Day, as Regan Greenwood and Natasha Mink won all 3 of their matches, with Greenwood honored as the tournament champion and Mink taking the bronze. Want to help prepare our student athletes for excellence in life? Then it's time to become a part of something bigger and support V Nation by joining the V Club. You can become a member of the V Club for just $100 a year. All of the proceeds go directly to student athlete scholarships, so visit GoUTRGV.com today to see how you can make a meaningful impact on the lives of student athletes.
We strive to achieve excellence through determination and hard work.
We are committed to winning from those around us.
Our professors and peers,
Our coaches and teammates,
and our opponents.
We compete with integrity and passion.
And we seize our moment when the opportunity arises.
We take pride in our communities
and believe that we can inspire others,
just as they have inspired us.
We may wear different colors, but we share the same purpose.
We learn, we compete, we inspire.
We are
the Western Athletic Conference.
Here's what's coming up inside V Nation this week. The basketball teams take center stage on Friday with UTRGV Madness, a big celebration leading up to the start of basketball season. There's a tailgate party in the parking lot from 6 to 9, where you can sign up to win prizes including an Apple TV. And then, at 9, the doors to the fieldhouse will open up for fans to get their first look at the UTRGV basketball teams. There's going to be free t-shirts as well, so make sure you check it out. The only other home event over the weekend is Saturday at 12 when volleyball hosts WAC leading New Mexico State. Women's soccer is at Missouri, Kansas City, and Chicago State, while the men are at Incarnate Word. Both tennis teams are off to ITA regionals. We want to thank you for stamping your passport in V Nation this week. Schedule another visit for next week. But until then,
we play for you!
We strive to achieve excellence through determination and hard work.
We are committed to winning from those around us.
Our professors and peers,
our coaches and teammates,
and our opponents.
We compete with integrity and passion.
And we seize our moment when the opportunity arises.
We take pride in our communities
and believe that we can inspire others,
just as they have inspired us.
We may wear different colors, but we share the same purpose.
We learn, we compete, we inspire.
We are
the Western Athletic Conference.